you doing?
Or the next to Hall.
Good evening to the people of Ascension Parish and Mr. Tibb. The Ascension Board of Adjustments is now called to order. My name is James Cecil. At this time, I'd like to do a roll call of our members. Mr. Howard Dalton.
Here.
Ms. Kathy Desideer.
Here.
Mr. Brad Walker.
Here.
And, of course, Mr. David LeBlanc.
Here.
And in attendance, not in attendance tonight, is Mr. Bryce Cox and also Alvin Madeir. Moving right along, the public comment period. This is a time that I give a chance to everybody to talk. I have a chance to say what they'd like to see changes that this board can make to help better the people of Ascension Parish. Also, if you have any positive or negative comments that you would like to give to this board right now before we proceed, I'm going to give you the opportunity to do so at this time. As usual, no takers. All right. But what we got is we have a sign-in sheet down here. I'm going to kind of give you a little rules of the road here. We got a sign-in sheet. It's going to be located on the corner of this desk. When you come up to the podium, please sign in and then state your name once you get to the podium. The people that are on the agenda tonight, they get 5 minutes opening. People who want to speak for or against, excuse me, for or against has 3 minutes, and we also have a 5-minute rebuttal. And I'm going to hold you to that because I don't want this meeting to last to midnight. So, no further questions? Okay. I'd like to have the acceptance of the minutes for October the 24th of 2006.
So moved.
Second.
Any opposition? Motion carries. The acceptance of the written decision for October the 24th of 2006.
So moved.
Second.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Proceeding on with the public hearing, we have 1619.06 for the Hardy Management Company located on the north side of LA 30, approximately 1,400 feet of LA Highway 941.
Motion to open public hearing.
Public hearing is now open. State your name, sir.
Dave Eicher. I'm down here. I represent the 84 Lumber Company, Pierce Hardy Outdoor. What we did is we bought a property on Highway 30, and we're in the process of remodeling it to open an 84 lumber yard. What we are here for is we'd like to request a variance to the commercial sign code. We'd like to get a freestanding sign that can be seen from Airline Highway. What we're asking for is a sign 60 feet. We're willing to meet any wind codes. I know the wind codes down here are pretty strict with the hurricanes. Willing to meet all the wind codes. What it is we have a lot of tractor trailers that'll be visiting there, and also most of our marketing is done through the signs on our store. So we feel if we're seen from Airline Highway, that'll help us become more successful, and keep our business open, help tax dollars keep coming in.
Thanks, sir. Any questions?
I'm going to have a simple question. If it falls, what is it going to hit?
It would be far enough away that it wouldn't hit any of the buildings. It wouldn't hit. We can guarantee you setbacks that it would fall. If it did fall, nothing would be struck.
Mr. Bader, you finished? I'm going to open to the public. It's already open. Anyone in the audience like to speak in favor of or against this gentleman's request? Close public hearing.
Motion to close public hearing.
Second.
Public hearing is now closed. Any further questions by this board?
I have one question.
Yes.
Is it going to be near your current temporary sign?
We've already been permitted for a small freestanding sign there at the entrance off of 30. This one will be geared more towards Airline Highway.
So it would be at a different location
Yes,
on your
correct.
property? Okay.
I think you think he's talking about to the backside of the property.
Correct. And part of the reason we're asking for that height is there's some trees along there that are on the railroad right-of-way, and we tried to work with the railroad company, but they just said that, that's something they want to leave up, and we couldn't get those, necessarily chopped down to see our building as well. That's why we're requesting that height.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Any further
Sir,
comments?
you said that if this sign was to fall, nothing would be hit, but according to the map that I have, this sign appears to be located right adjacent to Building 1.
If that is a concern, we can move it to the point where it won't
But
hit
it's your
anything.
building, right?
Yes.
I just wondering, am I understanding this correctly? That is where the sign's going to be located?
That's where we'd ideally like to locate it, yes. If a concern of the sign falling and needing a 60-foot clearance around the sign, we'll find a spot on there where we can do that. Ideally, that's the spot we'd like to put it, but if it's a contingency of the board to get the sign built that way.
No, as long as it falls on your property.
Okay.
Yeah, but still, if it falls on a building and there's still people in the building, that's still a safety risk. I mean, I don't mind the size. It's just as long as it falls somewhere that's not populated. Because Building 1 is where you're actually housing people, correct?
Yes.
Building 1's not like a storage shed like the other things are.
It's a little bit of both. That's the main where the customers would be in. That's where if the workers are in there, that's where they would be. I mean, building number 5 would be a tea shed storing lumber. I mean, there's people that could be throughout the property at any point, but as far as where people are going to be most of the time, yes, building 1 is where they're going to be.
I mean, prefer if it had to fall on a storage shed versus building number 1.
Truly. Well, how would you feel about relocating the sign so it's 60 foot away from Building 1?
That'd be fine. Could do that.
He's got enough property for it.
You got plenty of property to do it, and you can still stay in the same general area for
Correct. Yeah.
visibility.
Yep.
That's not an issue for you?
No. We can move it so it's.
You going to make that as a form of motion as contingent?
Is it all buildings, or I mean, Building 5, like you said, one of the tea sheds might come into play. Building 1, where the people would be, we can definitely get it 60 feet away from there.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion this be approved as written with the stipulation that the applicant relocate the location of the sign so it's 60 foot away from Building 1, preferably adjacent to some storage building.
Okay.
So if it should fall, it wouldn't hit an occupied building.
Right.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion to accept with, you just heard the contingent, and we also have a second. Any opposition? No opposition, motion carries. Your variance is granted, sir.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda tonight is 1620.06, lot 12 through 17 for the River Highlands Estate, located on the north side of River Highlands Drive, approximately 8,600 feet, 1.63 miles east of LA Highway 22.
Good afternoon. I'm Carl Leader with Alvin Fairburn and Associates. And this is a simple re-subdivision that we're actually decreasing the amount of lots and increasing the lot size. But we still don't meet the zone of conservation to have the 1 acre, so that's why we're here before you tonight.
Before I open to the public, does this board have any questions that they would like to ask at this time? No questions?
Motion open public hearing.
Second.
Public hearing is now open. Anybody in the audience would like to speak in for or against this gentleman's request? Go ahead and close public
Motion to
hearing.
close public hearing.
Public hearing is now closed. Any further questions or discussion by this board?
Now, I would move that we approve as written, since the simple fact we're going from 6 lots to 4 lots, and in actual increasing the size of the lot. So I would approve as written.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion to be approved as written. Any opposition? No opposition? Motion carries.
Thank y'all.
Variance granted. Next on the agenda tonight is 1621.06, lot number 2, and that's for Bay Wash Airline Highway LLC. Located on the west side of Airline Highway, approximately 450 feet north of Babin Road to North Baton Road.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Chip Bigner. Myself and Barney Gomez own this property. Our intent is to build a car wash adjacent to the existing Top Fuel C-store. We're asking for a 5-foot variance, sideline variance, between where the car wash building will be set and the property owned by Top Fuel. And the purpose for the variance is only to give us additional driveway on the south side of the facility.
Before we open it up as usual, anybody have any questions or comments at this time?
How much area is actually going to be between because the station's already built, correct?
Station's built, they have 10 foot,
And how much is going to be
I'll have additional
between
5
your
feet, too.
building? So you're going to build 5 foot from that
5
line?
foot, so it'll be 15
there's
feet
going
total.
to be 15 feet between the two buildings?
That's correct.
Okay.
Now, according to this map that we have, what's the preference on putting it on the side versus the back, where it looks like it's kind of open in the back?
On the south side, if you're looking at the map, on the right side of the...
This is the one we got.
Correct. On the right side, that's going to be a drive. And all I'm trying to do is give an additional 5 foot of drive area for egress and of traffic.
Okay, so this is the store here.
Store sits right here.
Oh, the store sits
Right.
over here.
On lot
Yeah,
three.
Babin, at the corner of Babin Road and Airline Highway is where the store sits.
Okay, and so your car wash would be this whole thing here?
That's correct. Lot 2, the entire Lot 2.
Okay, but it's like basically this is the building that you were trying to construct here.
That's correct.
My concern is, looks like there's a lot of empty area here on what would be the southern portion of this lot. So my question is, why did you not rotate the building 90 degrees?
To be parallel to the store, is what you're asking?
Right.
Okay, because the studies by QMR, which is a research study firm that I had do a study before I bought the property, states you want the car wash to be parallel to the main highway, mainly for safety reasons. If the car wash is built parallel to the store, if the lady's in there washing a car or gentleman's in there washing a car, police or whomever going up and down the airline can't see into the building. And that's one of the main reasons that they asked to put them parallel to the main highway that you're facing.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Open up public hearing, please.
So moved.
Second.
Public hearing is now open. Anybody in the audience like to speak in favor of or against these gentlemen's request? Close it.
So moved.
Second.
Public hearing is now closed. Any further questions or discussions?
I got one. I thought the Top Fuel was on the corner of that road. It's not on the corner?
Yes, sir. They're on the corner of Babin and Airline Highway.
But you were saying that the store is on lot 3.
No, Lot 2. Yeah, Lot 3, pardon me. Yeah.
Okay,
Lot 3.
but where's the road?
In other words, this is
On the
Airline
corner.
Highway. Airline Highway, the directly in front of the building. This is Supreme Chevrolet right here. This is Airline.
Okay.
Top Fuel's across the street from Supreme Chevrolet.
I see what you're talking about. Okay. I thought Airline was the other side. Okay. Oh, wait. You got State Highway Airline here on this side. Right. You're saying it's on this side.
Yes, you see where it says State, I had it upside down. You see where it says State Airline Highway?
Yeah.
Right. Top Fuel sits right here, still in the same Lot 3.
Okay.
Pardon me, Lot 1. I'm sorry, I was upside down.
Okay.
Lot 1. That's the corner of Babin Road and Airline Highway is where Top Fuel is located. And then
Okay.
we're to the north of that location.
Any further questions or discussion by any board member? Mr. Brad, you got a question?
Confused on what the location of this. If I'm Airline going this way, and that gas station's here, I thought it was like closer to the corner of Babin Road coming there, but I guess there is a lot There could be 2 lots in between. Okay.
Would you like to see another map?
Yeah, let me
Make it
see
clear
that
for
one.
you.
Yeah. This is lot 1. This is what Top View is. Baton Road runs right.
Right.
This is Supreme Chevrolet.
Right.
This is the property that we put the car wash on.
Okay, so you're on the opposite side of the road
That's
side. Okay. I thought you were on the road side. Okay.
Any further questions? Do we have something else, Mr. Brown? Okay, we have a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move that this be approved as written. This is a commercial unit. A car wash has minimal fire hazard risk with the property line. And the gentleman's explanation about why they wanted to orient it for visibility from the road for safety is a very good point. So I move that this be approved as written.
Second.
And we also have a second. We got a motion and a second. Any opposition? No opposition. Motion carries. Your variance is granted, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next on the agenda tonight is 1622.06. That's for Cooper and Dixon Properties. It's located on the east side of Airline Highway, approximately 750 feet north of Perkins Road. Do we have anybody in the audience to represent this? Let's go ahead and move this back to the back. And we'll if they show up. No one has called in and said that they would not be here to represent us.
No, sir.
I'm glad you spoke into that microphone. All right, we'll just go ahead and move that back to the agenda. Let's go on with 1623.06. This is for the two-row property. It's located on the southwest corner of LA Highway 431 and LA Highway 931. State your name, please, ma'am.
Ellen Jackson with McLean and Associates.
Yes, ma'am.
We're asking for a variance for these lots for a minimum lot area as stated on the application. There is a succession on the property for the 4 children. It's supposed to be divided into 4 children, and we have come up with the best possible layout. And it meets the frontage for conservation, but not the area.
Okay, do we have any questions by this board before I open it to public, please?
Ms. Jackson, can you say again what you just said? I could barely hear you.
We're asking for the minimum lot area. It meets the frontage for conservation, but not the area.
Okay, thank you.
I'm Charles Turow. I'm one of the heirs, 4 heirs of this property. My mother passed away just
Could you
recently.
speak into the microphone?
Okay. I'm Charles Turow. I'm one of the heirs. My mother passed away recently, and 4 of the children, I'm one of the 4 children that inherited this property. And we tried to divide it up to 4 sections, and it doesn't quite meet the size of the lots, so we're still trying to get that approved.
Yes, sir.
That's basically all we're trying to do.
Any questions by this board before I open to the public?
There's only one existing residence currently on the property.
That's correct.
Okay, open public hearing, please.
So moved.
Second.
Public hearing is now open. Anybody in the audience like to speak in favor of or against this gentleman's request? Make sure you please sign in. Step to the podium and state your name.
How you do? I'm Curtis Turow. I'm also an heir of this property, and we're long life residents. We grew up on that property, and like my brother stated, parents have passed away, and we're just trying to divide it up. And we appreciate your consideration in helping us with this, what we consider a slight variance.
Okay, thanks, sir. Next, sir.
Hi, my name is Norris Turow. I'm a resident of the area. My concern is, would this property be available to be used as commercial property? Is it zoned residential? So dividing this up would not allow anybody to put a business there. Is that correct?
No, sir, not at this time.
Okay. Thank you.
I mean, that's the way it's zoned right now. It's residential.
Well, I mean, you would be able to put a small business up to a certain square footage. What, 1,500?
1,500, yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a home business up to 1,500 in any area, whether it's zoned residential conservation. But we're not changing the conservation zone on it. We're just reducing the size to be able to keep it in conservation, but be able to divide it.
Okay.
Your major concern was you're talking about commercial moving in,
Right.
sir?
It's just a residential area, and we didn't want the encroachment of commercial. There's a grocery store 2 miles down the road. There's a restaurant, service station 1 mile down the road, and this commercially, it's not necessary for this to be zoned commercial.
No, it is not. It's zoned conservation.
Thank you very much.
Any further questions? Anybody else in the audience like to speak in favor of or against? Go ahead and close public hearing, please.
So moved.
Second.
Public hearing is now closed. Any further discussion by this board? Any questions?
I have a question for Lance, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Lance?
Is there anything, any precedent that you know of for making a piece of conservation land this small?
Okay.
One thing, this is a partition of a succession. They could get a court order and do it without coming to y'all.
Yeah.
They don't need to even come to you to get this. If they got a court order partitioning the property, it's that way.
Just trying to understand.
It wouldn't even be before this commission. So when we're dealing with this type of a partition of an estate, there's the court can order how it's to be partitioned, because it's a petition, what they call a partitioning con, and they wouldn't need to come here to do it. They just get a court order and it'd be recorded.
That's the answer I was looking for. Thank you, sir.
They're just trying to stay away from lawyers like you. All right. Any further questions?
No, but given that, I move that we go ahead and approve this variance as requested.
Okay, we have a motion to approve as written, and we also have a second. Any opposition? So moved. Variance is granted.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda tonight is 1624, .06, lot 15, Lake Meadows. It's located on the west side of Lake Meadows Court, approximately 1,200 feet of LA Highway 431. State your name, sir.
Brian O'Quinn. Requested a variance for the ongoing problem with the T-turnarounds. The house would be set pretty far back if we went with just a traditional house. So we're just looking for a little relief, move it close to the street.
So the closest point of the house will be in line with all the rest of the house?
It's still going to be back a little bit. It's going to give us a little relief. We're not going to be pushed so far back.
Okay. Motion on public hearing?
So moved.
Anybody in the audience like to speak in favor of or against this gentleman's request? Go ahead and close public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Public hearing is now closed. Any further discussion by this board?
I'll make a motion to approve as is due to the unique circumstances of the lot being a T turnaround.
I'll second that.
Any opposition? Carries. Your motion carries. Your variance is granted, sir.
Thank you very much.
Just for the boards, Lance and I have prepared an ordinance to send to the, is it the subdivision?
Yeah, the zoning subcommittee.
To review this and try to do something with these T-turnarounds so we don't have to deal with it every meeting.
We would definitely appreciate that. Thanks.
Thank
you. Next on the agenda is 1625. Looks like lots 16 through 30, Bluff Heritage Subdivision, located on the east side of Bluff Road, approximately 550 feet south of Ridge Road. Go ahead, sir.
My name is Norris Decato. I'm with Applied Engineering Services, representing Bluff Heritage LLC. We have a T-turnaround in the back, similar problem that you have with the building lines, and we're asking for a reduction from 25 feet to 18 feet, which is a 7-foot reduction. So what we when we looked at it, we decided that we wanted to get the entire back end of the subdivision, which is adjacent to the Bro property, reduced from 25 to 7. so that we would bring the homes a little bit closer to the right-of-way and away from the adjacent property owners.
25 to 18.
Yes, sir. I also have a letter of no objection from Mr. Conrad Bro and his mother, who Ms. Isabel Bro. They live in, they own the property adjacent to us on the east side and on the south side. That I'd like to give to them for the record. Be glad to answer any questions you might have.
Any further before I open up public?
Sir, you said you're going to move the homes closer to the roadway, which would be Bluff Point Drive?
Yes, sir.
So are you increasing the rear setback so somebody couldn't build a humongous house?
Well, on the rears we have 15-foot servitudes on the rear of all of them, and so we already have a setback. What is the setback on the rears? 20. So
what's to grant you this? You could build from the front setback line, if it was 18 feet, to the rear, so you could actually put a bigger house.
Yeah, we don't have a problem with increasing the rear setbacks. That's the reason we're asking for the variance to bring.
So you can move them closer to the road.
See, in East Baton Rouge Parish, the front building lines are all 15 feet in residential zoning, and these are larger homes, and so we'll bring them. Most of them have front loaded. Just all of them will have front loaded garages.
So would you object to increasing the rear setback line?
No, we don't have any objection.
So you wouldn't object to going from 20 to 27 feet, as an example?
We already have 15 in the back, and 20 is...
And also looking at lots 30 through 27, there's a 10-foot maintenance servitude that cuts pretty much through those lots.
That's true.
Cuts off the back half.
Yeah,
They'd have to move forward.
not half.
How are you going to put something on 28 if that's a maintenance servitude going through 28?
29 and 30.
It's going to be tough. But we have a couple of builders looking at that particular lot. You'd have to build a unique custom house for that particular, for lot 28 and 27.
Well, of all those four right there, 30 and 27 have the best opportunity.
Correct.
The two in the middle that's going to be a challenge. I have no further questions.
All right, open public hearing for me, please.
So moved.
Second.
Public hearing is now open. Anybody in the audience like to speak in favor of or against this gentleman's request? Close public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Public hearing is now closed. Any further discussion or questions by this board?
I would move that we accept the variance as written to decrease by 7 to 18 foot the front setbacks. I think with the shape of some of the lots, that's going to be the best utilization of the land.
We have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have second now. Any opposition? No opposition. Motion carries. Variance is approved.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Stumbled again, buddy. Stumbled again.
That's been all night.
Huh? Has not been. 1626.06, Lot 7A, 1A, for the McDonald's Corporation, located on the north corner of Airline Highway and Highway 42. Go ahead, sir. State
Yes,
your
sir.
name.
My name's Ivy Dugas. I'm the landowner. We're looking for a variance of 2.5 feet on the back edge of that property. Looking at putting up a quick lube oil change business facing 42.
Any questions by this board?
I'm trying to picture this in my mind, and I can't
know,
get a
because
grip
this
on
looks
it.
like it's behind. The existing car wash is not facing 42. Well, yeah, it's facing 42, not Airline. There's enough room between the car wash
Yes, sir.
and the
that
driveway?
Yes, sir.
the existing gas station quick
Well, no, it's
stop?
not in between. This is the gas station.
Yeah, it's between. It's
This is
behind the
thing.
car
It would be
wash.
between here and that Whitney Bank Drive. Oh, not Whitney. It's
That's I think Patio actually owns that. It's a public access, but it's privately owned, I guess you should say.
Okay, that little color, like the back entrance to McDonald's. If you
Correct,
drive
and
on
it
40.
goes into that shopping center on the side of McDonald's as well.
Okay.
That's your property?
No, sir.
That
I go up. My property adjoins to that.
between that little cut through and the car wash?
Correct. Yes, sir.
my only concern is the congestion already with that little thing going into McDonald's in the back there. You know, and then people cutting through the side lot. That McDonald's kind of has a parking lot there with stripes, but nothing dividing that from cutting through there.
Well, actually, we're not going to have any ingress or egress onto that road that goes back there. The traffic is going to go through the quick lube and come back behind the car wash back onto the existing property that we have. And there are some curbs between the store and McDonald's right now. There is an ingress and egress between the store and McDonald's.
Well, could you tell me how the traffic was going again? You stated earlier it's going to go behind the quick lube.
It's going to go in. You're going to go into the quick lube.
Okay.
Okay. Let's say from 42. That's not going to be. It's going to come off the existing drives that we already have.
Yes,
you enter into the quick lube, exit out behind the car wash. I can kind of point it to you probably better on a.
Could you?
Yes, sir.
Approach.
Okay. Here's the car wash. So we're using the existing drive. We'll come in through here, and we're going to exit back through here. This is the ingress and egress between McDonald's and the stores here. So the cars are going to exit out here. This is all curved right here at McDonald's, so there's not going to be any traffic going in there.
What about traffic to that drive that runs along here?
No, we're not going to have any ingress and egress into this drive back here at all. That's the point of the zone drive. This private
So you're
drive.
coming through here.
I'm coming through existing the 2 entrances that I have on 42 now, and they're going to stack here.
Okay.
And then exit out on the side.
Now,
Okay.
the only issue that I have is that I know we're not saying egress, but talking about concrete. I don't see no like landscaping buffer that would actually keep somebody from going that direction. For the egress and that. I mean, there's not like there's a ditch that keeps somebody from driving that way.
There's going to be a fence here behind the building for privacy that you won't be able to go through to get to that drive anyway.
So you're going to erect a fence?
Yes, ma'am.
To the back of your property and to the
For
side
security.
adjacent to McDonald's? Okay.
Security.
That won't allow any traffic?
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That puts a different perspective.
Yeah, that sure does. 'Cause to be honest with you, I had concerns about the traffic over there in the first place.
Yes, sir.
I've driven through there quite a few times, and it's pretty happy.
The only thing that concerns me with a fence, just to bring it up, is somebody coming out of that McDonald's and somebody coming into that McDonald's. You can't see to the right if there's a
You can't
fence.
see right there now because there's the biggest dumpster.
Oh, I know there's a dumpster there.
So
I know it's
not-
already.
It's not going to make it any worse.
Well, that's true.
And that's McDonald's situation, not his. They need to make corrections of their own.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any further discussion? Let's go ahead and open public hearing.
So moved.
Public hearing is now open. Anybody in the audience like to speak in favor of or against this gentleman's request?
Doesn't look like it.
Close.
Motion to close. Public hearing.
Public hearing is now closed. Any further discussion? Any motion?
I'll make,
Go ahead. I'll let you do it.
I'll make a motion that we approve as written with the condition that the back and the side that is adjacent to McDonald's be fenced to prevent access between the two parking.
I'll second that.
Which is what you've already agreed to, sir.
Yes, sir.
Was the fence, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I second.
We got a motion and a second. Any opposition? No opposition. Motion carries. A variance is granted with the condition of that fence being, as she so stated.
Thank you.
All right. Obviously, we don't have anybody here for the one we moved back, which was 1622. Does anybody want to go ahead and leave it open, or I suggest that we leave it open, and we'll have it carried to next month's meeting.
I'll make a motion to postpone it to.
Hang on, Miss Pratt.
I just want to say that we did receive the letter back, and I don't know if the address was not correct or whatever, but we did get the letter back on this particular one that we're going.
Also, so technically they hadn't even.
They don't know. I don't even know if they were notified. So.
Okay. Let's just. What we'll do is schedule it for next month's meeting, and is there any way that we can find out what the correct address is?
I'll notify him for sure. Yes.
Okay.
Well, they have a phone listed.
You're right, but we can't.
Right.
Okay.
Motion.
Next on the agenda is adjourn.
Do we need to make a motion to postpone it?
Yeah, we need to make a motion to move it to the next meeting.
Motion to postpone it to the next meeting.
Any opposition? No opposition. Therefore, the motion carries. Mr. Brad, you want to adjourn now?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Any opposition? No opposition. We're now adjourned.